Welcome to the Hobby Drone Pilot channel. It's about 5:22 p.m. and you see it's looking quite dark. We are in daylight saving time, so normally it would be 6:22. Now it's 5:22, and I'm going to take the Potensic Atom out on a flight. I'm going to test the camera in low light. It's not pitch dark, but it's fairly dark enough so that you can have an idea how the camera performs in low light. I did a similar test on 2 occasions with the Potensic Atom SE, one in the night and another in the early morning, dawn, and the footage, for want of a better word, the footage on both videos were crappy. So let's see how the Potensic Atom does in low light. I believe both drones, the SE and the Atom, has the same camera, and while in this test it is not as dark as when I did the other 2 tests with the Potensic Atom SE, I believe that it is dark enough. As you could see, there are lights on the buildings and utility poles and so on, so it's dark enough for you to have a good sense of where this camera stands in low light. So I'm flying out a little over Grace Bay. I'm not intending to go too far, probably about 3,000, 3,000 feet. Just push it out a bit, and then I'll just turn around and come back to the home point. So you may agree with me here that the camera is doing pretty good, and I'm not referring to its stabilization or anything like that. I'm just referring here to the quality of the recording. I think there is a lot of details in the footage. You can see quite clearly what's going on. So I'm just panning around to the west. I'm going down here in front of the Ritz-Carlton and the 7 Stars Resorts, flying down into the heart of Grace Bay. And in another 20 minutes or so, when it gets a little darker and the Grace Bay Strip is fully illuminated, you will see Grace Bay at night in all of its glories. Sometime after I post the 2 videos and the low light camera test that I did on the Potensic Atom SE, someone commented. They were actually asking a question, and they were asking how I was able to take off in the dark to perform the test, and they went on to say that they tried and their drone wasn't taking off. I remember when I did the first test on the Potensic Atom SE, I was getting a lot of low light warning about the light is too low, etc. But then I turned on the lights in my front yard, which I was actually taking off from, and I was able to take off without any issues. And the second occasion, it was at dawn, so I had no issues taking off. But after I read the comment, I took the Potensic Atom SE out in the one night and try to take off, and it wouldn't allow me to take off at all. And I said to myself that the person who left the comment was right, or maybe my drone had some issues. So early in the morning, about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I went out in the front yard with the drone, and sure, it took off without any issues. So it wasn't taken off because probably it was too dark. So the person who left that comment was 100% correct, that the drone will refuse to actually engage if it is too dark. I have not tried to take off since in the dark with the Potensic SE, but I have no issues. I had no issues taking off here with the Potensic Atom. Granted that it wasn't that dark when I took off. It's much darker now, but I won't say that it's pitch dark, and I'm way out here. In fact, I've gone out much further than I initially wanted to, and for some reason the drone has lost signal. It was out over 5,000 feet here, and it just turned around very quickly, and it's heading back to home. And I noticed for some inexplicable reason that my return to home height is set at 390 feet. Who would want to do that? I normally have it set at 164 feet or 50 meters. And now I'm getting some constant wind warning as the drone seems to be struggling coming back, and I've been prompted here to lower my altitude. In fact, I'm trying to adjust that. It is not responding. I still have good battery, well over 50%, but it's coming back very slowly. It's like someone actually groping or feeling in the dark. It normally returns to home much more quicker than it is doing now, but I don't think there's any reason for alarm. So what I will do now, I will play some music as the drone is on its way back, and when it's closer to the home point, I will come back to wrap up.
Doing crazy dreaming.
So here I am, right overhead almost. The drone made it back with over 30%, and the battery, it is much darker now. I think the camera held up well, so I believe that this drone could actually record videos in low light once it's not too dark, and it seems to perform much better than the Potensic Atom SE. I thank you for watching. Cheers, and I will see you in another video.